him, because now I might be able to cap in the middle. He's got to rebuild his lord and whatever. Ball's in my court now. So I was going up to try and knock down this top point, as said. It's an important point, but he's good, you know, he can stop me from capping that point with only a few raptors, because they do so much damage. Now, you notice I've got a lot of wreck. I then massively tech dump. I build an armory and I start teching to T2. And I'm quite worried that he's going to LP2 that point. I didn't realise that he didn't have any power. So seeing as I've just started T2, I kind of want to play conservatively now. This is why I'm more cowardly when I should probably have actually stayed in that fight. Again, Servant's easily going to keep me off the middle point, but you got to keep trying, because at least it ties him down. Something to do, forces troops to do stuff. But as said, because I've just dropped an armory and a T2, I'm playing defensively now. I just want to deny him the point. Because my force commander's on low health, first thing I do is get the plasma pistol, because he's definitely going to be used on ranged. He's not going to melee anymore. And then I'll follow it bionics after that, which I've just started. Servant hasn't actually even started attacking yet. He's massing more. He may have an armory, I'm not sure what he's got on his minimap. So I'm playing defensively here. I just come in to hug the cover. As I said, it can be bad versus melee troops, but I thought I might be able to focus fire down the raptors, and I've now got frags on the way, I think. I'm not sure, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started getting frags, so they're now less. Raptors are much less of a problem now. Servant switches tactics and he goes up for my point up the top. Kind of leaves my troops in the dust. Very important with an LP2 that you always fire it onto the weakest troops. So first I start shooting down a Chaos Space Marine squad, and then I shoot down the raptors because they do more damage and they have less HP for cost. Don't shoot the commander if you can help it. Here I've got missile launchers. That's a mistake. I meant to get plasma guns, but I misclicked. So now I want to quickly I've walked my force commander into the cover because he was getting shot and I wanted the cover bonus, but I failed to focus fire down the raptors. You can see they just reinforced one in time. So now I've really got to run, because it'll be 2 units shooting versus 1, but I want to run slowly because I've just capped the middle point, and I want to have time to LP it so I can make it into an LP2 really fast. Now here's a great thing about scouts, that immediately in T2 you can give them plasma guns. Yes, this is why scouts are great, but Servant does well. I mean, he knows to shoot the scouts because they're a lot weaker. I really should have run my scouts back and run my Space Marines back after the scouts were safely away, but I didn't, and he's killed all my scouts. So that was a mistake from me, but I've managed to get the points up, the most important point, and I'm going to have an LP2 on it. He can't really push me now because of my own LP2. So we can see the Servant started his attack. He's also T1.5, and that RAP unit he kept alive is now going to be able to decap my top point. But again, plasma scouts, very punishing. They're awesome troop scouts. He's now trying to attack the middle, but I will be able to defend that. Again, it's very important. Watch how I target my LP2 onto his Chaos Space Marines rather than the Chaos Lord. And you see that the Servant's dropped whatever it is, little mark there. He's doing that so he can get extra sight onto my base. You see he used his raptors on range there. This is particularly effective right now because they can't really chase down scouts. I mean, scouts move really fast, but he does have an aspiring champion with a plasma pistol, so he's going to do a lot of damage. and we can see here I'm focusing on the fight. I told my scouts to run, I didn't click far enough, so they stop, and he bags and kills. Here, I'm charging in. I've got my Grey Knights on range stance, but because those are heavy bolters, Chaos Space Marines, I want to tie them up, so I quickly put them on assault stance, which is why you'll see them charge now. Yep, there they go. Quickly shoot down. Well, unfortunately, okay. Servant focus fires them down though, because they charged out of the cover. So now I'm forced to retreat with the Raptors. Now, Chaos has just finished going T2. I can see a sacrificial circle there. And Chaos has, if you're going a Chaos Space Marine build like Servant is, then you have to have 2 upgrades in order to make them effective. So that's a minute and a half, really, before they're T2 level. So when you're Chaos, you should really be playing quite cautious, quite defensive right now. However, Servant doesn't. I think that's a mistake. Also, we can see here he's using Doom Bolt. It's a great spell, good damage, good morale. But because we're not in combat, I'm going to regenerate back the morale, and because I've got a chaplain there, I'm also going to regenerate back the hit points. So I really think he should have saved that for the fight, and I really don't think he should be attacking right now. He should be defending. But he sees my Grey Knights here, so he falls back. Notice how he doesn't fall back with the Chaos Sorcerer. He keeps him there so the troops target the closest unit, which has commander armor, doesn't take a lot of damage, and then he teleports him back. Nice little micro trick there. Yeah, so here I shoot down the builder, and then I want to bring down this LP2. I'm going to do the chaplain and Grey Knight. It's kind of an unfair combo. You'll notice I'm also using the Apothecary because I want the Grey Knights to tank all my damage, so they're going to need to heal. Focus fire down the Raptors. The Servant uses chains on my Grey Knights, which I think is a mistake here. He really should have used chains on the Space Marines so that the Raptors and Khorne Berserkers could have destroyed them faster. You see I've got a Rhino here, but I didn't upload my men into it because I'm happy with the direction that we're running in. We're running towards my LP2 and away from his Chaos Space Marines, which is good for me, so, you know, no need to change that. And I just go and ram his men a bit, but the Servant sees that he doesn't have any anti-vehicle and that I've clearly got a massive take lead and he yields. So I hope you enjoyed the VOD. I hope that explains some things to you. And yeah, good luck with the game.